Hi guys, what's up? Literally sat down to film this video, like sat in my chair, and I kid you not, I got a freaking phone call. Every time, without fail, I try to sit down and film a video, someone has to call me. My mom, my dad, work, the neighbor, the guy I haven't talked to in 15 years from high school, somebody's got to call me. So I'm going to try to make it through this video without someone frickin' calling me, because I don't edit my videos, and so y'all would just have to hear my entire conversation because this girl is not starting over. So yeah. Anyway, little rant. What's up? I decided that I would finally sit down and film this video. I had a request a long time ago to do my Jeffree Star eyeshadow palette collection, and I'm just now remembering to do that. Yeah. Now, I don't have every single Jeffree Star palette. I don't. I'm missing a few. But I will show you which ones I have and some of my favorites and some that I could live without. Which reminds me, I'm thinking about this now and I am missing, I pulled all my palettes out and I know I'm missing 2 palettes and I know which ones they are. So we're actually going to try to find that because I know that I have them. I just don't know where exactly I flippin' put them. It's a talent with me, you guys. Like, I'll sit down and I'll film a video and then I'll realize, like, oh crap, I'm missing, like, half of what I need. I legit have an eyeshadow palette problem. Ah, there they are. I see them. I remembered these 2. I was like, I'm an idiot. Like, I pulled out all of my palettes and sat down and remembered that I'm missing 2. Okay, anyway. So we'll start with the 2 that I completely forgot, which a lot of people probably forget, and that is Beauty Killer and Androgyny. Beauty Killer is the first one that Jeffree Star came out with. It was actually my first ever, like, palette. I believe that I bought Beauty Killer when I bought the Too Faced Cat Eyes palette, which was in those little like tins. I believe I bought them at the same time. Ironically, Too Faced and Jeffree Star, why I thought that was, I don't know. But yeah, so this is Beauty Killer. I think he did a good job with this palette, and I love the pan size. This pan size is one of my favorites. Because you get a lot of product and it pretty much lasts forever. So yeah, it brings back a lot of memories. I think he just did such a good job with this one. Now, the color story, I don't know what the frick to do with. It's just one of those palettes you have to go and like, okay, I think I need Princess today. We'll put Princess on the lid. It's just one of those palettes. Same thing with the Androgyny. I don't know what in the world this color story is. But it is all mattes except for Frosting, which is a shimmer, and Deja Vu, which y'all can tell I dropped Deja Vu, or I dropped the palette, and Deja Vu kind of came out. So yeah, I don't use this palette that much, but again, it's one of those palettes, it's like, okay, if I need like safe word for my crease or something, I go to this palette. Yeah, those were the first 2 that he came out with. This was the first, this was the second. And it's in that kind of cardboardy packaging. I don't mind it. I know a lot of people really love the like extravagant, you know, you think of Jeffree Star, you think this like extravagant packaging. But I honestly would rather have like packaging like this than big bulky packaging. My opinion. Alrighty, so the next 2 I have Blood Sugar. Put it that way. Blood Sugar. I kept it in the box. I don't know why. Oh, yeah. And this is what... It's kind of hard to do this. We'll do it that way. This is what blood sugar looks like. I know it's upside down, but if I do it this way, you guys, I feel like it, there we go. There we go. It'll blind you. All right. That is blood sugar. When this first came out, you guys, I loved it. Like, I loved red. But there's not a freaking shimmer red in here. Like, there's not. And it bothers me. The only red shades that there is really just this bottom row is the only red. The rest is like these creams and whites, and then we have some golds and like some pinks and some purples. So as I started to collect makeup, this just kind of fell through the cracks, honestly. It's a phenomenal palette. It blends well. It's 1000% worth the money, but it's not one of those palettes that I just gravitate towards when I need red anymore. Packaging, super bulky. I love it though. I can't help it. And that is the box. I mean, I love it. I really do. Like, I have loved every single Jeffree Star palette that he has ever came out with. The sister. This is Blue Blood. I use this one definitely more than Blood Sugar because to me this actually has blue in it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, maybe 12 blues. So to me it does itchy scream blue blood. Favorite shade in here is, oh Lord, I would go with probably Ice Tray. It's probably this one or these pastel blues. This is in my project pan. Yes, you can see it's in my project pan because I actually have 2 of them. I bought one and then my friend gifted me hers because I think she got like an extra in a mystery box or something. So I have 2. So I'm trying to pan this one out to get into my new one because it's brand new and hasn't been opened. So yeah. All right. What do I want to do next? Oh, this chair is kind of uncomfortable. Let's do this one. This is not technically a Jeffree Star cosmetic brand product, but it is the Morphe and Jeffree Star palette. Now, I love the color story in this. I think it's very, very unique. I do not like that gold shade. It's just like a pressed glitter and it tacks up on your eyes. Not a big fan. Everything else though, I think is phenomenal. I like the quality. I haven't got the chance to really play in it. There's a lot of shades that I haven't used, mainly in like this area. I just haven't used them, but the greens are nice. Love that to, of course, set eyeshadow primer. I like the palette. I do wish it was still available, but Morphe dropped Jeffree Star. Yeah, but I like it. I don't use it as much as I should, and I need to, and it's sad. Okay, what do I want to do next? Oh my god. Let's do some of the minis. Let's just go ahead and get the minis out of the way so I don't have a pile that falls. Alright. Mini controversy. I have the mini, I don't have the full size. That is what that looks like. This was gifted to me by my sweet friend Savannah, who I love dearly so much. So much. So this was gifted to me by her. This is the original. This is not the one that has that emerald shade in the middle. But that is what that looks like. Just the one by Jeffree Star and Shane Dodson. I haven't really, to be honest, dug into that recently, so probably should do that. Can't really give you a full yay or nay. Gonna be honest. The mini Orgy palette. Now this, the packaging is very interesting. It's very soft. It's very like sleek. This had some controversy when it came out, as one does when you are Jeffree Star. I love the shades in this. I wish that this was a different color because it is a little too pink for the color story of this palette. It's supposed to be a neutral palette and you have like a random bright pink in here for a shimmer. Kind of weird. All of them are shimmers or metallics or glitters or whatever you want to freaking call them. There's not a single matte in this shade, which I like the concept. especially for neutrals, because neutrals is one of those everyday kind of wears. So instead of having like a mix of everything in one palette, you know that you can go to a separate palette and just pick which one that you want. So I like the concept of this. Quality, not so great. This was the palette, itchy. This was the palette that had pressing issues or something, and he had to send out new ones. Well, I had my friend order this because she was gonna make a Jeffree Star order, and I didn't want to pay for shipping, so I just sent her the money to order me this palette and the big one. And so when the replacements were sent out, she got it. And I never asked for it simply because I had one and I was fine with it. I make it work. So that's what happened with that one. Alright, the last one I have is the mini breaker. I haven't used this yet. This was my Christmas present from Savannah, and so I still haven't touched it because I have not been able to like dive into makeup consistently on a regular basis since Christmas. So I've not used it yet, but this is one of her favorite palettes. I know, because I know her, and I'm excited to try it, especially since it has like pinks and purples in it, but I haven't got the chance to get into it. I love the packaging too. It looks like splatter paint or sprinkles or whatever. It just looks really cool. Someone else trying to fucking call me? No, okay. I'm telling y'all. All right. So this is the mini breaker, and then this is the jawbreaker. So, neighbors. This is huge. This is a huge palette. And it's gorgeous. This, to me, is like a rainbow dream on like all kinds of stuff, because this is like all over the place, you guys. This doesn't have a very cohesive color story. It is like random and all over the place. I like that it starts out with white. That makes me feel good. But this just, I wish it was rearranged. Gorgeous colors. Gumdrop. I love that shade. I love that light lilac-y purple soaked a bright royal blue. It's just a rainbow palette. It's just a rainbow palette. Now, if it was rearranged a little differently, I would be a lot happier. But again, when you're looking for a specific shade, just go to freaking Jawbreaker. It's mainly mattes though, I will say that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 shimmers and like maybe this one a satin color or a satin finish. But it's mainly mattes, which I like. Heavy, bulky, not really bulky, but it's a thick cardboard, which I like. Oh, the Thirsty palette. This was bought, this has an interesting story behind it too. All of my Jeffree palettes, I swear, have like a story behind it. This was actually bought by my ex-boyfriend's best friend, which is really weird, but we were all like close friends, and this was my birthday present from him. And I haven't honestly used it that much. I have used this shade and this shade. I've used Submerge and Splash too, but the other ones I haven't really dived into. Well, Snatched. I've used Snatched. I like this palette. To me, it does scream summer. However, spin it back. These don't. Like, the yellow, the blues, and like these corally colors scream summer to me, but the rest of them don't. And this was a summer release palette. You can't get it anymore. He may have it still on the website. I know that he brought it back for like a short period of time, or it may still be on the website, I don't know. But I do love this palette. This glitter formula is a lot different than his other glittery formulas. I feel like this palette and these work a little better, in my opinion. But this used to be my favorite palette for a while. And then he came out with other ones and it just got lost. But it's special. I actually had 2 and I gave 1 to Savannah. Savannah and I, honestly, you guys, like, we trade and send each other eyeshadow palettes and makeup a lot. Like, thinking about that now, Savannah, we got issues. Yeah, just issues. Alright, the last cardboardy package is the Ginormous Orgy palette. Again, lots of controversy, but I do give a crap. It's makeup, all neutrals. This right here is a makeup lover's and a makeup artist's dream, because this, you can create beautiful like bridal makeup. This and that mini Orgy would just be phenomenal together. And I like how he did this. He went from light to dark, and it makes me feel good. I haven't used it that much, if I'm gonna be honest. This is my most expensive Jeffree Star palette. This is like a $68 palette. So for me, sometimes it's really hard to dive into this knowing it's so expensive, and I'm the kind of person, I don't want to buy it again. Like, if I spend $68 once on a palette, it's like, I want to make it last forever. But it's gorgeous. All matte, phenomenal. I think one of his best palettes, you guys, honestly. If you can get past the name and the graphicness of the shade names, which it's hard for some people, I understand, it's just that good. And I really would recommend it. I really would. It's phenomenal. He just did such a good job with this one. Alright, I have 2 more left, and I'm hoping that pile doesn't fall. Which are my 2 favorites. My 2 favorite palettes. And that is the Alien. The Alien is my top number 1 palette from Jeffree Star. I love the way he did this. I love this palette, you guys, and you can't get it. And I was so sad that when he like re-released the Thirsty palette, and there was another palette that he brought back, and I don't remember what the crap it was. But he released like 2. He was like, oh, they're coming back for limited times. And Alien wasn't one of them, and I was so upset because I would have bought an extra backup, because I hate using this palette because I can't get it again. And even buying it off of eBay from like a register or a official seller or whatever the frick you want to call it, or Depop or Mercari or anything like that, you're gonna pay a pretty penny. This palette is just, oh, it's my favorite. It is my favorite palette. It has greens in it, and y'all know green and purple are my favorite eyeshadow colors. I don't know why. It's kind of weird, look like Barney, but I love them. And this has the greens. Alien's my favorite shade. I have not seen a shade like Abduction. I will actually swatch this. It is a bright neon green, and I love it. Where is my... I didn't think about this. I love it. It's my favorite. Probe is so unique. Oh, that's so soft. It's so unique. I will actually swatch this. It's just so different, and I love it. I love it so freaking much. Like, Jeffree Star, you need to seriously bring this back, because I'm gonna be really sad when this runs out. I won't use it. I refuse to use it until I can get a backup palette. Like, it's just my favorite. And I don't, like, you guys, I don't wear cool tones like this. I don't wear grays and stuff like that. But I love this palette so much. It's my favorite palette. And then my second favorite palette, which is my last palette, which has a bunch of cat hair on it, is the Bloodlust. And this is the purple. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Green and purple, y'all. I'm telling you, green and purple. It's so gorgeous. It has such a unique, like, shimmer formula in it, too. There's, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's, like, 6 shimmers in it. And they're all different, 7. And they're all different formulas. It's so hard to do this. The packaging, very luxe, very just gorgeous. Very pain in the butt to store. Velvety, just, oh. This palette just makes me happy. It does. It's just that palette. But yeah, not really much to say about it. It's just the pink and purple palette that is just absolutely phenomenal, that I would recommend to anyone if you have the space to store it, because it is bulky as crap. So that is it for my eyeshadow palette collection, you guys, for Jeffree Star Cosmetics. Now, I know that I'm missing the big controversy or conspiracy. It's called the conspiracy palette. The Shane Dawson conspiracy palette. I'm missing that one. I'm missing Cremated. and I'm missing the Blood Money, the actual green one. I haven't bought that one. I think that is it as far as what I'm missing. I can look it up and see. Cremated, Blood Money, and then the Controversy. Pretty sure that's all the ones that I need for my collection. And like the Anniversary Blood Sugar, but I already have Blood Sugar, so I don't feel like I need like the Anniversary one. All right, let's see. And the Blood Sugar Mini. I don't have the Blood Sugar Mini. So Blood Sugar Mini, Blood Money, Conspiracy, Cremated, and that's it. That's all that I need. And technically the Mini Controversy, the Emerald one, sorry, I have a ring light, but the one with the green in the middle, I don't have that one. But I have everything else, y'all. Yeah. So that is it, you guys. That is it for my Jeffree Star eyeshadow palette collection. Sorry it was so late. I know a lot of people requested that. I just didn't do it. So if you'd like to see like a certain brand that I have, like Too Faced, Juvia's Place, anything like that, like if there's a certain brand that you want to see my collection on and do like a video just on that collection, and I'll tell you which ones are my favorite, just let me know. Just comment down below what you want to see. I'm happy to do it if and when I remember. That's the thing with me. I don't remember everything. I need an assistant. Anyway, that is it for today's video, you guys. I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.